Lined up then for the Racing Pros Trophy, and they break away, and Chief Executive is the first to stride. Chief Executive going on by a length, the King's Theatre showing second. Fairy Heights taking quite a keen hold, shaded from this camera angle in fourth place. On the outside, Camasine is racing fast. Wide of the pack in the dark green is Hawker Hunter, and they've gone for the first furlong or so, and it's Ⅵ the back marker. The favourite Fairy Heights, the yellow colours running the rail on the inside of Viewed. They start the turn towards the home straight, and it's Chief Executive bowling along in front. The red cap of King's Theatre showing second. On the outside, Camasine is third. Xylem racing 4, and then Hawker Hunter in 5. Wide of the pack is Ventadaposa showing in 6. View pushed along in 7. Fairy Heights the inside of that, and then ⅓. So they're homeward bound now, come down towards the halfway stage, and it's just Chief Executive with King's Theatre on the outside. Fairy Heights is moving very well in behind in the yellow colours and making a run. Xylem, Camasine on the outside. Viewed has been pushed along from Flagfall, and they come down towards the 3. And it's King's Theatre who's making the best of his way home. Camasine on the outside. Leicester looks for dangers, and he sees Fairy Heights and Cash Asmussen going very well indeed in the blue, in yellow and blue colours, and they come down past the 2. But it's still King's Theatre that has the edge from Fairy Heights in second place. And then Camasine back in third, ⅓ and Viewed, and they've got just over a furlong to go. And King's Theatre isn't stopping. King's Theatre is striding forward with zest and gusto. Clear by 2 all of a sudden. Cash presses the button on Fairy Heights, and there's nothing there, and it's King's Theatre who's going to take it. King's Theatre by length, Fairy Heights closing at the line, but King's Theatre is the winner from Fairy Heights second, Viewed is third, and then Camasine 4. A big gap to ⅓, who ran a brilliant race. Xylem never got competitive. Hawker Hunter dropped away. Ventadaposa beat only 1, and that one was Chief Executive put in to make the pace for Fairy Heights. And so the result then of this, the Racing Post Trophy, it's gone to horse number 6, King's Theatre, in the colours of Mr. Michael Poland, trained at Newmarket by drawn out wide, giving a lead to those on the inner, and very slow to go was Green Desert. Porter gave the one in the first quite a bit of work to do, and he got away with it, and it's through the first furlong. Spaghetti Western and Torres Mondo and Supplizzi who share the early pace, and the action is down the centre of the stage. On the far side, King's Theatre, the pace looks steady. Dumani in the blue jacket taking quite a keen tug. Colonel Collins and King's Theatre and Golden Nashwan, Nicolot just the back marker, and also Green Desert nearer last and first as they come down the centre of the track, and they're heading towards the 6 furlong marker. And it's Spaghetti Western, the horse with a big white face, on the stand side of Torres Mondo, and then King's Theatre the far side. Further left is Colonel Collins. Grand Lodge, Dumani, the striped cap, the pale blue colours is Supplizzi. White and red on the right, Golden Nashwan, followed through by Nicolot. The favourite Green Desert is going to come from the left of the pack. That's the starred cap, blue and white starred cap at the back. They're past the 4, still bunching. And it's King's Theatre that eases into the lead. King's Theatre, Spaghetti Western, Colonel Collins, Dumani, Green Desert with a run, Golden Nashwan, Supplizzi, Nicolot on the right, and they come down past the 3, fan right across the track. King's Theatre, Spaghetti Western, the grey Dumani does battle, Grand Lodge picks up, Colonel Collins with a run, Nicolot on the stand side, they've passed the 2, come down to the final furlong, and King's Theatre putting pace to the race, Colonel Collins with a run, Dumani, Golden Nashwan, Nicolot, Grand Lodge all playing for paces. Green Desert will not be winning. They're inside the final furlong, and it's King's Theatre in the lead. Colonel Collins pressing hard the far side. Nicolot with a rush up towards the line. It's going to be close. Colonel Collins the far side. King's Theatre. Colonel Collins, King's Theatre. Very close to Pizzi. Flew home. Can't get the 10th right for 3rd place, and the field trail back to Torres Mondo, who was last, along with Green Desert, who was very flat indeed. The outcome of this, the Craven Stakes, well, it's very much on the nod. King's Theatre may just have prevailed.
First number 2, King's Theatre at 5-1. Second number 4, Colonel Collins, 16-1. And third number 10, Supplizzi, 33-1.
And they're away. And going on in the early stages, Urgent Request. And on the inside, Petit Lou and Bob's Return right with them, and Bob's Return takes it up now from Urgent Request in second, and third Petit Lou. Then comes King's Theatre just in behind them with Wagon Master next, and then Foyer, Erhab on the outside, and there's a loose horse too. White Muzzle comes next, and Ezud is the loose horse. Ezud is taking no part, and Bob's Return taken on now by Urgent Request. Urgent Request going on from Bob's Return. The loose horse is among the leaders too over on the far side as they come down to the mile pole in a sensational King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes, with Urgent Request the leader. Spot Ezud over on the far side in his visor. Second, though, is Bob's Return. Third is Wagon Master. They're going at blistering speed. Then about 4 lengths behind Wagon Master comes Petit Lou, and behind Petit Lou is King's Theatre, and then Foyer, and behind Foyer, White Muzzle on the inside with Environment Friend. And now going up on the inside of Bob's Return, Urgent Request and Bob's Return together from Wagon Master. Then comes Petit Lou with King's Theatre on the outside, and then Foyer. Air Harbs making a little bit of ground from the rear. White Muzzle making some progress. Bob's Return it is now by about a length from Urgent Request. They're all a bit nervous up front of this loose horse. Bob's Return and Philip Robinson in the lead, though, from Urgent Request. Wagon Master goes third, then King's Theatre and Petit Lou, and behind Petit Lou is Foyer, then Air Harb. And then comes White Muzzle, and then on the outside it's Apple Tree, Environment Friend, and Chateaubriand next, and Ezud swings wide as they come into the straight and run to the 2 furlong pole with Bob's Return the leader. Bob's Return being pressed all the time by Wagon Master, who takes it up now. Wagon Master being hampered slightly by the loose horse. King's Theatre's moved into second. White Muzzle's putting in a tremendous finish, and it's King's Theatre and Wagon Master from White Muzzle. White Muzzle coming there stronger to challenge him. It's King's Theatre from White Muzzle as they race into the closing stages. King's Theatre's going to win it from White Muzzle at the line. King's Theatre's won it. White Muzzle is second. Third is Wagon Master, 4 Apple Tree, and behind Apple Tree came Petit Lou, and then Foyer, then Bob's Return, and then Air Harb, bitterly disappointing. Chateaubriand came next, and Environment Friend, and tailed off last was one of the early leaders, Urgent Request. And so the result of the 1994 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes is first, number 12, King's Theatre, owned by Sheikh Mohammed and Mr. Michael Poland, trained by Henry Cecil, ridden by Michael Cannan, only his second ride in the race, and he won on only his previous one, Belmares, in 1990. Second, under a fine ride from Utakatake, was number 9, White Muzzle, owned by Mr. Teruya Yoshida, trained by Peter Chappelheim and ridden by the Japanese champion Utakatake. And third was number 8, the always prominent Wagon Master, carrying the second colours of Sheikh Hamdan Al Maktoum, trained by Alex Stewart and ridden by Richard Hills.